Hey y'all, it's Bria here from Zill's Bloom, and I have a little chit chat that I want to share with you all in my spirit today. I mentioned that I'm moving and I'm going through this big transition right now, and I don't really want to check in, but I really want to share what I'm going through as I'm going through it because there's a lot of gems right here, right now. So last night, okay, wait, backstory, let's back it up because I literally said that yesterday. I was like, I might be a little bit quiet because I'm going through this, that, and the third. But as soon as I said that and like opened up about my transition and what I was going through, I literally felt like I was shaking it off and that, like, I feel better. Okay, I wasn't feeling so hot a few days ago. It was my first day of work. I'm still going through the process of moving. Like, this background and all this stuff is going to be different in a few weeks, and it's crazy to me. But I was just feeling in the suck. Let's just say that I was in the thick of it. And I didn't know what I was doing, and I was feeling really overwhelmed. So you know what I did? I grabbed my journal, sat with myself, and I was like, girl, what's going on? What's really going on? Why are you feeling like this? And I was feeling a little bit of like sadness, a little bit of loneliness, and it really kind of boiled down to me like shaming myself for not noticing or being aware of the shift that was happening and me being overly optimistic and being like, why did you think that this would be easy? Like, obviously it would be hard. And I was like, wait a minute, what's going on? And so basically I've been operating at a burnout, and yeah, I'm burnt out. Let's be honest. I started this new job. July was a lot. I found out that we have to move, so we're moving, and my brain was like, okay, that's cool. We can do all those things and stick to all of our commitments for July. So I hosted Embody last week, which was amazing. I couldn't have expected a better turnout, and I just love watching all the moms dance with their children as they were all just going through this embodiment practice. But like, I kept doing this. I was doing Monday morning chats, and like I was embodying the person that I wanted to be. That's what was happening. But I didn't slow down to ask my body, baby, you good? Baby, are you good? And so I was burnt out, right? And so I was talking to myself in the journaling I was writing, and I was like, what does burnout feel like? And I was like, it feels like every time I try to pour something into myself, it evaporates before it can even settle. So like, imagine a pot on a stove. And I'm going to be using like kitchen analogies because I did just start working in the kitchen again, and I love to cook. And so all these like little analogies and like metaphors are coming to me right now. But I imagine me as the pot of something on the stove with nothing in it, and I'm trying to pour water into it, but I'm turned up on high. And so like, before the water can even settle or like even just be in the pot, it evaporates. And I feel like I keep pouring into myself, but it's not making me feel fulfilled. I'm not feeling good. I'm just like, I'm still exhausted mentally, physically. I'm like, what? I was like, something's got to change. And so I asked myself, I was like, why can't you just, like, what would be better for you to do than like what you're doing? And like, how can you avoid this burnout? How can you change the trajectory of the path that you're on? And I was like, I don't know. It's difficult to like not push myself and busy myself. And then I was like, oh snap. I'm keeping myself in this place of like suffering and all of these things. And I'm literally just a pot on a stove, not even boiling, just on high, just burning and like feeling tense, when literally I can just, take the pot off the stove and just settle. Let things be what they are and just settle. And so I was thinking again about this analogy and how it's like I'm trying to pour into myself, but there's nothing, like, it's evaporating so quickly. And so if I'm trying to pour into others, I can't because there's nothing there. And so that kind of brings me to the story of I'm going to call it the ladle and the soup, because obviously there's nothing in the pot for me to pour from. There's nothing in the pot. I have something to pour from today. But a few days ago, I was like, this pot is empty. It's evaporating faster than I can feel it. And it's just like, what is going on? Like, I can't, like, it's just not clicking. And so hey y'all, I didn't even notice y'all was in here. I just started talking. How y'all doing today? But like, kind of going back to the little story that I have for you all, the ladle and the soup, is that I realized what I really, really wanted to feel is just warm. I wanted to feel held, and I wanted to feel supported. And I can give that support to myself, but I was looking for it externally. And I was like, okay, when I'm looking externally for things, it's time for me to, reel it back in and look inward. Okay, I'm so glad that we're all feeling the same, because I was going through it. And I was like, what the heck? But I was really just feeling exhausted. And I was like, how can I fill my cup? Because I can't pour into other people if I'm not full. And so I was like, I just want to feel warm. And so the feeling of warm to me comes like what it feels like in my body, what I imagine in my head is like having a bowl of soup and it being so warming to my soul, and it's just happy with every bite that I'm eating it, and it feels so good and so warm. And so last night I was laying there after journaling, and this kind of analogy popped in my head of the soup and the ladle. And I was like, I want to be the ladle that pours into other people. But first I have to be the chef that fills the pot. Okay, it's really coming together now, because when I had this thought, I have no notes. When I had this thought last night, I was like, am I going to be able to deliver this in the way that I'm thinking of it? I'm proud of myself right now. I'm just going to be proud of myself for a second and then move on. But I was like, I have to fill the pot first so I can pour into other people. And I was like, how can I warm other people's soul? And then I got to thinking about how I really just want to pour. I want to pour into other people. I want to serve people. I want to make other people happy. But I have to make myself happy first. And so if we're sticking with this analogy of the chef and the soup and the ladle, and it's just like my willingness or my eagerness or my desire to serve is me literally picking up the ladle to scoop and from the bowl. And then it's like I have to have a container to hold all the beautiful things that I want to create. And so it's just like, okay, so I have to have a ladle and a pot. And it's like, okay, well, now I need ingredients. So in my mind, I'm making some type of chili or a bean soup. So it's like I need beans, I need onions, I need peppers, I need corn, I need the seasonings, and I need all of these things to fill my cup or fill my pot in this story. It's like I need all of these things to fill my pot so I can pour into others. And so if you're coming from the story that I posted about me going live today, I shared this song and it dropped literally at midnight. I've been listening to it all day, and it's called Drunk on Myself. And I'm just like, it's so great. And I'm thinking about how beautiful music is an ingredient for me to pour into the pot. And so if you think of it as in this sense of that all the things that you love, all the things that really light you up are just you filling your pot. You filling your pot. So let's just say that the song that I've been listening to all day is like the base of my soup. And so I have like tomatoes, all that stuff. And then it's just like, okay, well, I went to work today, even though we're not going to get into that. I enjoy my job, but it's a transition. So I'm like, I'm in the thick of it, like I mentioned earlier. And so it's like I got to engage with some really nice people. I got to get outside today, fill in my cup. I took a shower today, fill in my cup. I brushed my teeth, fill in my cup. So it's another ingredient for me feeling good so I can pick up the ladle to serve. If I don't do all of those things, how can I have a meal to serve my friends, family, community? How can I serve anyone if I don't first take the time to prepare the meal? And the preparation in this analogy is like filling your cup, taking care of yourself. Does that make sense? I hope this makes sense, because it just made so much sense to me last night. And I was like, wow. I was like, somebody else needs to hear this. I was really tempted to just like get up in my bonnet and be like, y'all need to hear this message right now. But I was like, let me sit with it first and see how I feel. And I was like, damn, this is so good. And as I was laying there last night, I was like, if the ladle wasn't the ladle, and the pot wasn't the pot, and the chef wasn't the chef, and the carrots and the beans and all these things weren't being exactly what they needed to be, which is themselves, I wouldn't be able to show up. I wouldn't be able to pour into myself if one of my favorite artists didn't drop the music that they dropped today. Like, I needed to hear that song today, and I'm sure other people needed to hear it. It's literally called Drunk on Myself. It's literally telling you to take care of yourself and fill your cup and to heal. I needed that today. I needed that reminder, and I'm so thankful that he decided to be exactly who he was, take the time to create the art, the music that he created, so that he could share it with the world. His meal, in essence, because that's all I'm doing. I'm consuming his music, and consuming his music is just like fulfilling my soul. It's pouring into me, and that's kind of a chat for another day. Like, what are you consuming, really impacts your thoughts and how you feel about yourself. But I'm just like, I'm so grateful to him being exactly him so that I can be more me. Thank you, Anise, for dropping Drunk on Myself, because I needed it today. And I'm sure I'll need it another day, and I'm so glad to have it as a tool in my little music toolbox of songs to get me pumped and energized. And so I guess I'm saying all this to say that we literally have a desire to share. Whatever that thing is, whatever that feeling that we're searching for, if it's warmth, if it's like light, peace, ease, any of those things, we're all searching to feel something. And whatever that feeling is, you deserve to feel it, 1. And 2, we need you to feel that feeling so that you can show up more authentically, with more energy, with more love, light in your heart, so you can show up and be happy and willing to give. Because like I said, if we go back and we think about the water that we tried to pour in the pot when it was on the stove and it was just turned up too high, you can't serve people from that place. You literally are burnt out, and you're just going to burn your meal. And it's better to take care of yourself than to show up and not be in a place where you can serve other people. And I've just been thinking about this all day. And literally, like, everything I share with you all, like, I have gone through it. I've lived it. I'm never going to ask you all to do something that I haven't done myself. And so it's just like, I'm flabbergasted at the fact that this is my life right now, and I'm navigating this, and it's just like to pour and to pour and to pour into other people. You have to pour and pour and pour into yourself. And when you are passionate and you love the life that you're living and the work that you do, it feels great, but you also have to take the time to like take a step back and take care of yourself. Because we all love our children and we love being moms and seeing the babies grow, which makes us very happy. But if we can't show up from a place of love, joy, and energy for ourselves because we're not filling our cup, it can be hard to stay in that place. And that was another thing that I wrote about last night, is just like, I want to feel better, because that's what I was also talking about, like a quick fix for my burnout. And I was like, I can't find a quick fix because it's just temporary bliss, and I can't savor temporary bliss because it's not real. So it's like, if I really want to feel joy and I really want to experience happiness, I can't fake it, because you can't savor something that is not real. I don't know if that really makes sense, but like the amount it's very different. The way I'm thinking of it in my head, it's very different to take care of a plant that is alive rather than a fake plant. You're going to forget about that fake plant because you never have to water it. You're going to forget about it because you don't have to put any work there. And because it's so, what's the word I want to use? Because it's almost like forgotten. And so it's like that's what happened to me. I got so used to telling myself, oh, it's fine, it's okay, this transition's going to be great, it's going to be so, I didn't allow myself to feel the suck of it and get the reality check that I needed. undesirable emotions have their purpose. And so I was like, wow, I feel sad that I'm here. I feel lonely. This is not where I want to be, but this is where I'm at right now. And it's just like, acknowledge it. You don't have to, dig yourself a hole and, climb in it, but you can definitely sit with the emotions and let it pass through you rather than being like, nope, we're not feeling that. Nope, not doing it. We're happy. Because you got to let this emotion pass through you so you can have that real happiness. And so, yeah, I don't know, that's what's like been going on, and I just really wanted to share like my little analogy of like the ladle and the soup, because like literally I just want to be the ladle that sits in the soup all day and is like warm and fuzzy and just being like, wow, I feel great. And then when I feel great, I'm like, dang, I got this good soup and I'm hoarding it all to myself. I need to share this. Okay, I need to share it. And so that's when I can start serving. But it's like, how can I get to a place where it's a good, I don't want to say balance, but a good cohesion of, okay, I'm preparing the meal, the self-care, taking the time to pour into the pot, sitting in it and enjoying it for myself, and then serving people. That's another part that we should probably talk about another day, but just like literally savoring a full cup. Because as soon as you fill your cup, you don't need to go pour and serve into other people. Like, just sit with it. Be full. Be drunk on yourself. Like, literally drunk on yourself, like the song. Oh my gosh. I really don't mean to hype this song so much. But if you ever join us for Embody and Body, because I will be hosting this event again, don't be surprised if you hear that song, because it's so good. If you're just joining us, we have talked about just some things about what's going on in my life and how this is probably applicable to yours, and how we all just want to serve people, but we can't serve people if we have an empty cup. And so I'm going to save this to my IGTV and you can watch the replay. I almost dropped my water. But yeah, and I'm probably going to upload this to the podcast. So if you're listening on the podcast and you want to see my face while I'm talking about all this, you can head over here to Instagram. But like, I'm proud of myself for one, acknowledging that this is what's happening and not shaming or guilting myself too much, because it's inevitable. Shame and guilt are kind of an initial reaction, but it's a choice after that initial reaction to stay in it or to just let it be an awareness and be like, oh yeah, that happened. We can do better for next time. But yeah, I didn't think that I'd be on here too long. I really just wanted to share that little story because it's been in my heart all day and I've been thinking about you all, and I just had to share that with you. And it's just like, taking the time to fill your cup is so important, because you literally cannot pour from an empty cup. You really cannot be a mom, a business owner, a worker, a caretaker, like any role that you identify with, you literally can't be that if there's no you. If you don't take care of you, there's no role to hold, there's no role to fill, because there's no you. So you got to take care of yourself, and you got to feel good being you so that you can show up in the roles that you hold for your friends, family, and community to, be you. And so that's why I'm kind of taking it slow, taking it easy, because my life's a little chaotic right now, and I'm sure everybody's going through things, but I really just wanted to share what's on my heart as I'm going through it. And I also get to look back on this and be like, dang, Bria, you really did that. You really showed up even when you were feeling meh. Yeah, I'm feeling meh. But yeah. It felt so weird and so wrong not to chat with you guys at least once this week. So I was like, okay, this is obviously in my heart for a reason. I got to share it with you all. And kind of just on the note of like scheduling things and like community events and things that kind of go along with being a part of this Doulas Bloom village. As soon as I know, I will let you know, but right now everything's kind of, just intuitively hopping on here, not really any strict schedule, because like I said, started a new job, I'm moving, and I just want to feel it all out before I create any concrete things. But I'm definitely starting a Discord so that when I have these little moments, I could be like, y'all, hop in the Discord with me. I've got some gym to drop right fast, and just checking in on you all as well, because I love doing what I do right here where I'm talking and it's kind of like, hey, reading the chat. But I would love to connect with all of you all, and Discord is going to be the place to do it. They have a really cool feature on there where we can video chat and also like just do audio calls if you're not into video. But I would love to see your face. But I'm super excited to be in there so we can all literally communicate with each other, because Instagram can be a little one-sided and I'm sick of it, because I want to see y'all, I want to get to know y'all, and just be here cheering you on in this little corner of the internet that we have. And so yeah, that's what's going on there. And always, if you're open to coaching is always open. You can use the application to apply. The link is in my bio if you are interested. But yeah, I'm booking clients out right now, so we won't get started anytime soon, but we're getting started in like August or September is when we can get started, because like I said, I'm moving. But yeah, I just wanted to share that gem with you all. I love y'all so much, like so much. Like it felt so wrong not chatting with you all this week, and so I'm so happy that this happened. I'm so glad that I listened to my heart. And the intuitive hit that came to me was like, girl, if you don't get on Instagram live and share this word, I was like, okay. I'm glad I didn't do it last night with my bonnet on, because I probably would have cried, and I probably would have, it would have just been really dark. But yeah, I'm glad that this is here, and this is going to be saved on the IGTV, and I'll see y'all all when I see y'all, hopefully soon, but I will. I love y'all, and I'm going to let y'all go. Enjoy your day, enjoy your evening. I hope you have a beautiful, beautiful day, and just remember, you're an inspiration. Regardless of regardless of if you think you're special or not, because being special ain't got nothing to do with it. You're an inspiration. We love you, we need you, and we're so glad you're here, and we're so excited to see what you are going to share with us and the world, because we're all here to connect with each other, and we're all here to share a story and help others heal and learn and grow. So I'll see y'all when I see y'all, and just remember that. Just remember what I just said. If you're watching the replay, go back and listen to it again, because you're an inspiration. All right, I love you. I'll see y'all next time.